His is 3-run homer.
We will probably reconvene. We'll figure out a date. Tuesday or Wednesday. We got what can hold it. And have beyond. What do you say about the waters?
No. You speak.
Days are not materials.
I'll come and eat and sit in the back. You speak.
Jokes. That was good. Go, Joy.
Yeah, so what a great job by our bullpen. I mean, really all weekend, when you look at it, they saved us this weekend. And then also the offense doesn't get a lot of credit, but they did it on Friday and they did it again yesterday, just not quite enough. And then today, honestly, you're down 6-0. Their dugout's about as loud as they can be over there talking a little bit of bull. And we just kept grinding it out. And you know, we got a 2-run homer here and a 2-run homer there, and we got another one, and we had the lead. And McIntyre and Gackle finished it up for us. So probably the best team win of the year for us, just because we were down. Game 3, it was fun. The last few innings were really fun for us.
Dave, y'all didn't come all the way back yesterday, but did that maybe give y'all some confidence that when you did get down 6-0 today, that y'all would be able to chip back into it like you did?
I feel like it did. I mean, you know, I told Wood when I gave him the ball, I said, just keep it close, man. We got time. And when Christian came in, we're thinking, okay, if he could get through an inning here, we get the next guy. And you know, you chip one away, you hit a ground ball to second after a double, no outs, you get him in on a chopper. We just punched one in, you know, just to change it up, just a little momentum. And we just kind of got lucky here and there. I mean, the center fielder didn't catch the ball. And he ran a long way for that ball, and the wind's playing with it. But, you know, we ended up scoring that run, I think. And, you know, just it added up. It really was just some clutch hitting. You know, it started with Jones going down and hitting that low pitch and driving it out of the park. And the wind didn't help that one. The wind didn't help any of them. They were going to go. But, you know, just big swings, 3 big swings, 6 runs, and sacrifice fly by McLaughlin. That was big because they brought their last guy in. He's a guy who's really hard to hit, and they were hoping they'd get weak contact there and get out of that without a run being scored. And McLaughlin didn't waste any time and just stayed through that pitch and hit it pretty good. But it was a great win for our team, and I do believe that we got confidence from Friday and Saturday that we could still come back and win if our bullpen would just give us a little bit of a chance, and they gave us a great chance.
Have you ever seen a play where there's a walk and then they get the tag after on the overslide? Have you ever seen that? Just what did you think of that play by Stovall?
So Stovall didn't know it was strike 3, obviously, and he tagged him the first time. And the umpire, I don't think, made a call because he knew that he had just rung him up at the plate. And Stovall followed him. He went off, and you saw it. He tagged him, and I'm not sure, but I think the other umpire made the call and said, yeah, he came off. He was out because he was way off. So Stovall tells me. But no, I'd never seen that. And I mean, that was they would have had runners at first and second with 2 down. You never know what was going to happen.
So Yachty did it in 2017 or something.
Who did?
Yachty.
Oh, I see. He didn't play.
Coach, you're 42-10, but do you feel like you needed a weekend like this where the offense kind of comes through in a big way?
Yeah. We've been talking about it, and I've been kind of telling them and pleading with them, hey, just let me write the same lineup down. Just go out and show me that you need to play against right or left or whoever. Swing the bats, be tough outs, and they did it all weekend, and it was really good to see. I know we only got 8 hits. We had a couple balls hard, but we had 3 home runs on a day that, you know, you probably need to hit it to dead left on over to get it out of the park with the wind the way it was blowing. So, yeah, definitely a good weekend for our offense.
You mentioned Jason's home run, but also, you know, he got the full count walk to set up Peyton Holtz, you know, the go ahead.
You're talking about Jones?
Yeah, Jones.
Jones. Yeah.
How good is that this
It
weekend?
was great. Then he stole a base, and we decided to go first moving on the submariner. And kind of, I think we caught him off guard. Luckily he was safe, and he was safe, and they appealed it. But yeah, and he got it. I don't know, maybe it shook him up a little bit stealing. Maybe he thought he had to be a little too fine, and hit a good pitch, foul ball, and then he hung one. And I mean, that's what White is doing right now. If you make a mistake, he punishes it. He's been hitting it hard. That was a big swing.
Yeah, Dave, I think Jones was 0 for 11 in SEC games for that home run. I mean, but what'd you think of that and just how huge was that given?
Yeah,
his-
I knew that. I didn't know if he had one hit or none. I didn't, and I just decided they're starting the lefty. I thought Jones had a really good at bat, his last at bat on Friday. Um, he has power. I'm thinking maybe he'll get into one, maybe he'll hit a home run, and fortunately he did. And it'd be great if we get him going a little bit and we could put him in there and hit him down the order because he brings a lot of power down there. If he's an everyday player, when he becomes an everyday player, I mean, and he gets comfortable, as he gets older, he's going to hit for a lot of power because he hits the ball hard.
What'd you see on Holt's home run?
He went down and got it. I'm not even sure what it was. I don't know if it was a fastball, a changeup, or slider. I really don't know. I just know he went down and got it right when he hit it. We were going, that's gone. We got the lead. And, but it wasn't a high pitch. It was submarine pitch down, and he backspun it pretty good. It was hit to the right part of the park.
You know, when he had that double that the center fielder couldn't make the play on, that they did the Heisman pose out there at second base. Did you notice that?
No, I didn't.
Yeah.
Because I'm just worried about the next guy getting him in.
Was there something in particular Mississippi State was saying in their dugout? You said it was bull.
Oh, it was just loud. Just a lot of chirping. They were on a roll. They were rolling.
Going down 6-4, going into the bottom of the sixth. Hudson hit that huge 2-run home run, and he was 0 for 2 going up to the plate. Did you have a feeling that something was going to happen, that he was due?
Well, I thought he might get a single. I wasn't looking for a home run. I was just wanting to see a base hit and keep it rolling. But it was, I mean, right when he hit it, it was no doubt. He hit it really hard. And yeah, I mean, I had a good feeling when I saw the ball leave the bat. I'll tell you that. That was a good feeling.
And McIntyre and Gackle, you mentioned, both had great games out of the bullpen. Had bit that 1-2 punch. How would you assess like their games today? And also on McIntyre, seeing if this brings him back his confidence after
I
the
mean,
scores.
he's coming off a day's rest where he threw like 40 pitches or whatever. And, he didn't have his best command, but I thought his stuff was better. He's harder to hit. And, he ended up walking a few people, but he didn't give up that big hit, which was huge. We intentionally walked the lefty to get to the next guy, and he struck him out. So that was probably the bat of the game right there for us.
Gackle has been, I think, mostly just a one-time weekend this season. The one time you did try him, a second time it didn't go well. Just what were you kind of hoping to get out of him, and just how encouraging was it to see him perform like that?
So, through Friday, only threw 12 pitches, I think. Yesterday, he went through his full workout. He was not going to pitch. I mean, worked with the strength coach, stretching, all the exercises, some light lifting, some throwing to get ready for today. And our hope was 2 innings, and if we had to, an out or 2 more. And we were just hoping Matt could get us 2. And if we had to go to him, there in the 7th, we would have. But fortunately, we didn't. We didn't have to.
Seems like every game Holt's doing something defensively at the plate. Just what has he meant to this team this year?
Well, he's definitely been a spark plug the second half of the season. He was that guy we were looking for, somebody that could, come in and bring a little energy to the lineup and, beat you with a swing. But he's been beating people with his glove, and he's got some personality. And I made the comment to the team before the season. I didn't know what our personality was. I want to see a little personality. So I think Holt has definitely brought that to our team.
A lot of comebacks for you this year. What makes your team resilient?
I think that they believe they're a pretty good team. And I think that our team feels like that we're better than what we played a lot of times. And we still won a lot of games. And they, you look at the numbers and you're going, man, they don't hit. And our guys are like, we are better hitters than this. And so I just feel like they don't feel like they're out of the game. And a win like this can really help that.
Your rotation, how do you address it
Yeah.
next week?
Yeah, that's obviously the major concern. The win's awesome. But now we have to really figure this thing out. And, we've got some things we're thinking about that, we'll probably make a decision if we're going to start some different people or how we're going to handle it. Probably depends on where we are in the standings and some other things. But, You know, we got one guy that's been rock solid all year, and we have two guys that, you know, have struggled down the stretch here. So, you know, we might have to make a move. We'll see what happens.
It seemed like Mississippi State was a really patient team and they waited your pitchers out a little bit and then struck a lot. I mean, what did you think about their offense and maybe how that contributed to the pitching
Yeah, I
struggles?
mean, you look at the last two games, man, they were like, they were attacking us basically. And, I'm almost to the point you felt like they knew what pitch was coming. I mean, the ball that leaves went into the bullpen was a changeup on a, I don't know, 3-2 pitch, something like that, 3-1. You're just thinking, wow, it's like he knew he was throwing it, you know, like he tipped something. But I don't think they did. I just think they put some really good swings. And when they got a little steam going over there, it was rolling, they kept it rolling. And we felt very fortunate to get out of, you know, that second inning without, you know, it could have been more. I know they scored 5 runs, but the way it was going, I mean, I think they had 4 in before we even got an out. I don't remember, you know, but that's one of those innings you want to put it out of your head a little bit, but you know it happened and hopefully learn from it. So, because it happens fast, and that's the way they got us. They got us fast. It was like, boom, we're down 3 runs, we're down 4 runs, you know, down 5 runs, just like that. And then Gage settled in. But yeah, they will make you pitch. They'll make you, you know, try to get your pitch count up. But they also, when they got it rolling, they're swinging, and they showed that this weekend.
Dave, you know, Hudson White, he hits a home run on opening day, then didn't hit one for like 3 months. Now he's had 3 in 5 games. What's going on with him?
His swing's so much freer. I don't know. You know, we talked about it 3 weeks ago, you know, to Hunter. You know, I haven't hit a home run. Your ball's not jumping off your bat. We felt like he had his hands too far back. We said, you got to relax your hands to get more, you know, whip. I mean, I could go through hitting terminology, but he just seemed a little stiff. And, you know, I know coaching him worked a lot. It just seems so much looser and freer and quicker now. So good for him.
And then he's obviously a guy that hit well at Tech, and I'm sure you recruited him thinking he'd hit well, and then he's
Yeah.
hitting 230 or whatever. I mean, how big is it for y'all that he's hitting like you anticipated?
Yeah, it's real big. I don't think you were here. I don't know when I said it, either yesterday or Friday, that, you know, I made the comment to him in Kentucky that he's swinging the bat really good and hadn't hit a home run for a long time. Then you hit him there, and he said, yeah, he goes, I'm getting hot at the right time. I'd rather be hot now than at the beginning of the season. And, you know, we kind of laughed about it, but he's swinging the bat. He's definitely a threat down there now. And I like keeping him down there 6, 7, 8. Keep that lineup a little longer.
One more, you know, Mason, he did a good job of getting out of that jam in the first thing. I thought, he's going to be okay.
Yep.
And then obviously he wasn't. And he pitched pretty well earlier. I mean, what'd you see today? And do you think he can fix it?
Behind hitters. I mean, even in the first inning, he walks first guy on like 5 pitches, or whatever it was. I mean, because of what's gone on the last couple of weeks, we got guys running to the bullpen through the tunnel because we cannot get behind like we did. I mean, we didn't want it to happen again. And then all of a sudden he kicks it into gear, he gets out of the inning. And then the second inning, I think he walks the guy on 4 pitches. And you're thinking, what's up? It's, I don't know. It's his battle. We can't fix it. We can't fix this. He's got to fix it. He's got to relax. No, he's good. We talk to him. We work with them. Mechanics. It's all been addressed. It's a veteran starter at the Division I level. He's got to turn the corner. We got to have him.
You guys are no strangers to home success, but 33-3 now, regular season. Just how special has the regular season here been inside Baum Walker?
It's been a great season at home as far as wins and losses. Played solid, played really good defense, played defense everywhere. But, you know, we played 3/4 of our games here. We've taken care of the ball. Up until the last couple of weeks, we've done nothing but throw strikes, not walk people, struck out hitters, but we make them earn it. And that's what happened from the 4th through the 9th, except for really, you know, Matt came in and, you know, had 1 walk and then 2 the next, but inning, we throw strikes. But Baum Walker Stadium has been a great home field advantage for us this year.
I go. Hey, it's coming.
So Hudson, what'd you think of your 2-run home run in the bottom of the 6th?
Man, it was cool. It was just, I think I got down to 2 strikes and I was just looking for a fastball down. And then he ended up throwing a slider and I was able to react on it.
And Holt, I know you just came in, but your 2-run home run to take the lead. How good of a feeling was that for you?
I mean, it's a real feeling, to hit a home run, especially at home. But I mean, it felt good. That was a good arm. They had a lot of good arms all weekend, and this offense just kept going, kept pushing.
Peyton, have you ever struck the Heisman pose on a football field?
A few times.
Okay.
A few times, yeah. That was my first time doing it on the baseball field. So
Hey, for any of you who want to answer this, you've had a lot of comebacks this year, even one that's bigger than this one. What makes this team so resilient?
I think just the guys and our bond that we have like with each other. There's not one person that is unliked on the team. Everyone loves each other, and we work our asses off, and I think it's starting to show.
Gabe, you haven't been asked to do this very much this year, pitch once, then pitch again on the weekend. Just what maybe happened on Friday, then what adjustments did you make and how did you get ready for, tonight?
Yeah, Friday didn't go great, and I think it was just a little mechanical thing. I think I was almost overthrown a little bit, and so I just recovered on Saturday and played light catch and got ready to go today to help the team win.
And for Gabe and Hudson, just it seems like every day Peyton's making a big play, either defensively or at the play. Just what has he meant to this team?
Yeah, we joke around about it in the locker room. He's like a walking highlight reel. It's like everything he does ends up going viral. But he's a spark plug for sure. Always brings good energy. And I'm just glad to have him on our team.
But for Peyton and Hudson, what was the key to that inning where you both had home runs?
I think just staying with the approach that we've been staying with and executing. We almost did the exact same thing yesterday. We were 2 swings away from pulling off another comeback, and I think today we did it. We got that timely hit, and I think that shows where this offense is going.
And then, but for you, Gabe, I know you can only speak for yourself, but I think 4 of your relievers that pitched today, you were, second time out, and it doesn't always go well. What was the key to pitching well the second time around today? And was there any pitching on fumes you felt like from the relievers?
No, I think being a bullpen guy, you're expected to go twice a week, and you just got to be prepared for it. So the whole staff did a great job just staying prepared, and whenever their name was called, they really showed up. Like ever since we got to the bullpen yesterday and today, we kept putting up zeros, and we tried to do the best we could to get momentum in our dugout and eventually get the win.
Peyton, Dave said he didn't know what pitch you hit on the home run. You went down and got something. What pitch did you hit?
Me?
Yeah. I'm sorry.
It was a slider. He was a sidearm. He would come up with the top 2 and throw a fastball slider, but it was a slider from down under, and just let it get deep.
And then the Heisman thing, I guess that was a spontaneous, or what led you to do that?
Yeah, I've never thought about doing that. I caught my helmet and I was holding it like a football, and I was like, I'm just gonna hit the Heisman
Yeah,
pose.
that's cool. It was funny. And then Hudson, you hit a home run on the opener, like 3 months ago. Then you don't hit a home run for 3 months. Then you hit 3 in 5 games. What's going on? Would you say?
Yeah, it was just like I said the other night. I feel like I was kind of fighting myself all year mechanically. I feel like there's just some certain things that just didn't allow me to get to that power. And Coach Thompson's done a great job. He's really helped me out, and we know we're starting to get it figured out. So,
And then Dave mentioned that when Mississippi State jumped out early, their dugout was pretty loud. I guess the crowd was kind of quiet at that point. Did you guys notice that? Did that motivate you? It sounded like Dave, it motivated him.
Yeah, we noticed it. It's hard not to when their dugouts aren't very far apart. But I think something that is awesome about this team is we don't really look into that stuff too much. We're not a rah like talking crap kind of team. We do our business, and that's what I love about this team.
And then I know you had I think a bigger comeback numerically against Texas Tech. maybe remains, but Dave said that's probably the biggest win of the year, given, it's SEC and Mississippi State's been playing so well. Would you guys, maybe Hudson and Peyton, did you guys feel like it was the biggest win of the year? How'd you guys feel? Where would you rank this one?
Yeah, it's right up there. It's one or two. Obviously I might be a little biased against Texas Tech, but no, we needed that win, we needed show that we can score runs, we can pick up the pitchers. And it's kind of getting that time of the year where we got to get going. I think we're going in the right direction.
Dave talked about just how you guys as an offense has felt like you're better hitters than maybe you've been performing. Can either of you, Hudson or Payne, just kind of speak to the frustrations that have been going on this season with the offense? Just how frustrating has it been? How good was it to maybe kind of create some momentum now with the postseason right around the corner for the offense?
I mean, yeah, it's a game of failure. So like you got to know that you're not going to get a hit every time. There wasn't a lot of frustration, honestly. Like, yeah, you want to get a hit, but we just kept working, trusting the process, trusting like our approach and what we've been working on since August. And so I think it's finally starting to show.
And Hudson, what'd you see from McIntyre on the mound today? Good performance from him, and looks like he, another person that might be kind of turning the corner here at the end of the year.
Yeah, he was awesome. He was making a lot of pitches. We were using 4 pitches tonight. Which I feel like was a really big deal, which is really big part of his success. And like you said, yeah, he's turning that corner.
You said you're using 4 pitches with McIntyre. Have y'all only been limiting it the more recent times he's been out there? How much of a difference was that?
Yeah, earlier in the season, we could get away with just using 2 just because it was so good. But now I think teams kind of get a scouting report on it. So now we're opening it up to 4 and he's having success again.
Could you tell a difference with Gabe today versus what he looked like on Friday?
Yeah, today looked like he always does, man. He was awesome, lights out. That's kind of what you expect from him. We were joking around about it. Like he's been nails all year. He was bound to have one, but he bounced back. It was awesome.
Remember DVH was talking about how you've been adjusting your swing and how you got more relaxed at the plate. How's that? How do you like relax yourself at the plate and not get too amped up in the moment?
Yeah, I think it's just trusting the process. Like I said, Coach Thompson's really been helping me, and we've been we created a plan and we've been sticking with it. And it's just having trust in that plan.
So what'd you hit on your home run?
It was a slider or cutter.
And then Peyton, you didn't get to answer. As far as the biggest win, since you didn't go to Texas Tech, where would you rank this?
I would say it's the biggest win of the year, just given the circumstances and it's getting to that time where you got to be hitting the ball, you got to be hot, and I think that showed that we're starting to do that. It was a big win. For a series win and get some momentum going into next weekend and then to the playoffs.
And then Jones had been 0 for 11, including his first at bat today in SEC games. He did 3 home runs, but 2 of them were against Grambling, and 1 was against McNeese or somebody. So obviously not a stage like this. Whoever wants to take this, just what you think of his home run and what he gave you all today?
I thought it was awesome. It just shows the tools that he has. That's one of the most talented kids I've seen in ever. It's tough, but he's kept going, waiting for his time in the lineup, and he got it today again, and he made it pay.
Hudson, have you ever seen an out on a walk before?
I don't think so. No, I've never seen an out on a walk. I think it was 3-1, and I thought the pitch might have been a strike, but I thought it was too close to not throw. So I just went ahead and threw it, and Peyton did a great job holding the tag on.
I know some fans may think it's Omaha or bust, but y'all have at least a 2-game lead in the West going into next weekend. Does that mean something for y'all? Is that something y'all kind of have on your list of things you want to do to win the West or compete for an SEC title?
Yeah. We really just focus on the game that we have next, and we don't really look too much into the bigger picture because every team does that, but we try to focus on the moment and being our best in that game.
Peyton, I think you've been here 2 years, right? Is your second year, right?
Second
Crowder. And Arkansas hadn't lost an SEC series in your 2 years here at home. Obviously lost an SEC series on the road, but what do you think of that?
It's awesome. It just shows how much we love playing here in front of you know, the fan base and at the best stadium in college baseball. And you know, we can take that mentality to the road games, and I think we're gonna make a good run.
And you guys in the Aggies have been right up there at the top of the polls. You've each been number one. You know, have you guys kind of been looking at this one in the back of your minds, or just what do you think about going to A&M with so much on the line?
Yeah, I think it'll be a really fun challenge for us, you know, playing a really good team on the road. But at the end of the day, it's about what we do. If we play the way we should, if we take care of our business, then, you know, we'll count them up at the end.
And you got a thought on that?
I mean, that well said. With obviously, like, you know, getting towards the middle of the season, like, oh, that's going to be a big series, but we don't really focus on it too much, just because we got to take care of the games that we have now. And now that it's the next series, I mean, we're going to be preparing for it.
Brad, you good? You got it. Brad, good. Just hold that. Good. All right.